Hello, 585ers. This is a special video email I'm sending you tonight, Wednesday, January 20th. This pertains to our class tomorrow on Thursday. As of this time, 8:45, the university hasn't made known its intentions about being open or closed for tomorrow. I'm going to show you how you can join this class synchronously, virtually, for tomorrow. Therefore, if you can't get into class, don't want to chance it, I would totally understand. I would invite you to come to class synchronously through the use of a tool called Collaborate. And I'm going to show you how to set that up and how to use it in just a second. If we do have class tomorrow night, you're more than welcome to be there. I'll be sitting there. But if you can't, and if you feel like it's unsafe, please don't come. Join us here. Now, if the university does call off classes for Thursday, I'll still be here. I'll do this same thing tomorrow night at 4:30, our normal time. This won't take us long because we're kind of all set and ready to go. I just want to make sure that everybody is on the same page as to what to do. So I'm going to go through a whole lot of things tonight. It's sort of making sure we're good to go. So just bear with me. I'm now going to show you how to actually put Collaborate on your computer. I will remind you that you can only use Collaborate on a DSL connection or higher. It will not work on dial-up, although I don't know anybody who has dial-up anymore. It barely works if you're like in a Panera trying to use their Wi-Fi. If you have a cable modem at home and you're using its Wi-Fi, it will work, but it can be finicky. The best way to do it is if you insist on using the Wi-Fi in your house, make sure that anything else in the house that's on the Wi-Fi, your phone, your tablet, another computer, make sure they're off. So you are the only one who's using the bandwidth in the house. If your computer is connected to a network in the house via wire, you won't have any trouble whatsoever. Here we go. So when you come into our class, over here on the left-hand side, there's a link that says EDAP 585 Collaborate. You will click on that. This little video right here will explain Collaborate, all the way it works, etc., if you want to watch it. Basically, tomorrow we will be using it as a way to be able to talk to each other and for me to demonstrate and show you our class. Simple as that. I keep meaning to make one of these of my own, but so far Stephanie's works just as good, so I use hers. You're going to come down here to where this link is, and you're going to click on it. Now, pay attention here. You do not have this on your machine yet. It's called the Blackboard Collaborate Launcher. So you are going to want to download this to your computer. You do that by just simply clicking on it. And as you see, I'm on a Mac, and so it looks a little bit different than it would on a PC. But the idea is still the same. You're going to click on where it says Download Launcher, and it will download the launcher. Now, on a Mac, it will do this automatically for you, as you can see from this window over here. And I'll say OK. Notice I'm not doing anything. I'm just walking through, letting it do the work. Here's the thing. If I'm on a PC, I'm going to have to say OK at this point, and I'm going to have to go in and find the launcher. It will have been downloaded to my downloads folder, which on a PC, I don't care what flavor of PC you're using, is located by going to your Start button, Documents folder, and then inside your Documents folder is another folder called Downloads. You will find it in there, and it'll be called Meeting.Colab. On a PC, you'll want to run that. It actually is a little bit of a installer that you'll have to run to get the Meeting Colab on your machine. Now from here on out, if you ever want to do this again, you won't have any trouble. It will work automatically. So let me make sure we got that. You're going to come in, you're going to click on where it says Blackboard Collaborate Launcher. And as you can see on my Mac, it's already opening and installing it. It didn't have to. And it's basically going to show me where it is, and that's fine. To do it again, I would go on that link, download the launcher. As I said, on my Mac, it basically says, sure, I'll download it and I'll open it and all that. On a PC, what I have to do is I have to go and find it. It will be in the Downloads folder, in my Documents folder. So once again, Start button, that's that little icon in the lower left. Come up to where it says Documents. Click on that, and then you'll see the folder structure inside of that, and one of those will be called Downloads. Open that, look for something called Meeting Colab, meeting.colab. Double click and install it. You're done. There's nothing else you have to do. You can then come back here to where it says Join the Room, and now when this opens up, it'll know to go look for this meeting.colab. So you'll say OK. Now here's the thing. This is a little piece of Java programming app that you are opening up. So it has to do a couple of things. First of all, it's reaching out, it's pulling down the connection pieces that it needs to work with Blackboard. That's what you just saw pop on the screen. The next thing it's going to have to do is it's going to have to work with your computer and talk to its Java. And as you can see, mine just came up and said, hello, I don't think you have the latest version of Java. That's okay. That's okay, because it is backward compatible. It works with other versions. Just, if this comes up, just click and say, remind me later, and go. It's going to do another one. It's going to come up, and it's basically going to say, how do you want me, or how are you connected? And it's going to then, I'm going to tell it I'm connected through a cable modem. If I were at school, or if I were at your school where you work, I could pick LAN, which means it's a local area network. You have to pick one of those, and then you say, OK. And then finally what will come up is this. Okay? You are now in Collaborate. Now the interesting thing about Collaborate is it's not a part of Blackboard. This is a tool unto itself. And so in other words, if I were to close out my browser window here, this will still be open. And I could still sit here and participate in the Collaborate session. Things to show you about Collaborate very quickly. Number one, everybody who comes into this session will be a moderator. So please be careful. You can do everything that I can do in here. Notice that one of the first things it does is it gives you a choice over here. Just tell it to close when you come in. And that way we'll be okay. Or just close out that box altogether. Now, sometimes people will do that in the middle of my recording, and it'll actually cause the whole recording to stop. No harm, no foul. I have it happen, and I just basically restart the recording. You know, it's only for a couple of seconds. Look around this window real fast. As you can see, this is where it shows who has come in. Right down here is a chat window. This is where you can basically talk to each other and to me, or you can use this button right here, which is a talk button, duh. And that way, if you have a microphone attached to your computer, you can then talk to each other. Of course, I'll have my talk turned on so I can talk to you. If you want to talk to me, just click this on. Can you leave it on the entire time? Sure. But realize we're going to hear everything that's going on around you, in your house. So if you've got kids screaming, dogs barking, whatever, we'll hear it come through. I'll be using this particular tool right here, and this allows me to share my desktop with you, so you basically will see that. In other words, you'll see what I'm looking at the present time, which tomorrow will be our course module number 1. So what are we going to do tomorrow if we're in here in this particular format? Well, what I'm going to make sure I do is I'm going to make sure that we all have signed up for our Edmodo. If you haven't signed up for the Edmodo, please do so. I'm going to go ahead right now and click on it. And I'm going to go in and double check and make sure that if anyone has signed up and I haven't acknowledged them, that I can do so now. So let me log in to Edmodo. And what it's going to do is it's going to say to me, hey, dummy, you're already a member of this group, and that's okay. It may say the same thing to you when you do this, and that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And here we are. See, it's saying that. It says you're already in this group. Thanks. So I'm all set to go here, and I've got 2 posts to approve. Good for you, those of you who have gotten these done. And so I'm going to approve the post. Now, this is something that as the owner, I can do. Let's go up here and see what other things I've got messages about. Okay. And that's fine. And that's fine. So we're all good. I'm going to hope that everyone has at least signed up for being a member of our little club here, so that we can then move on to the next part, which is that we're going to use the Piktochart to create our infographic. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how that works here as well. So here I go. I'm going to go back to here, get back to the module, and I'll go ahead and click on the link here to Piktochart. And I use the link because it takes me right here where I can get to the login. Some of you are just typing in Piktochart.com, and it kind of takes you to a weird space where it's sort of trying to sell you the whole thing. It's just easier to follow the link. And I'm going to go to login, and I'm going to select the infographic as my format, although it's by default, it's already there. And so now this is what I sent you last week in sort of the weekly email, where I'm talking to you about you can use any one of these templates that are here to build your understanding of the first, or not the first, but chapters 2 and 3. You know what? Okay, I've been looking at this for too long. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I can't use it. Rats. I can't use the Star Wars one. Boo, boo, boo. Okay. Oh, see, it's right up here in the corner, Steve. And it says level up. So we can't use those. That's a shame. Alrighty. Maybe I'll go ahead and sign up and get that so you can use it too. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So here we are. I'm going to pick one of these. And I'm going to use a template this time. The last time I sort of started by just using a blank one. But if I find a template that makes me go, that one's kind of interesting, then I can go in here. And what I can do, see, is I can use parts of what's already here. So as you see, I can go in here and I can start changing and getting rid of things that I want to use. So I can change what's already here and make it my own. But I still keep the look, because I like the look. I might have to move things around, and that's fine. There we go. Okay. So I can double click on things, get rid of them. I can go over here and I can make the 3 a little smaller if I want to, or I can move it around, whatever I want to do. If I want to come in and use the tools over here on the far left, I can add backgrounds, I can add icons, I can add text, I can add whatever I want to add. So I might go in here and say, okay, I think this is kind of the look I'm looking for. And then I'll come in here, and as you can see, it's already waiting for me. And I can now come in here and wipe this out. And I can type in something. 3 main ideas. And I can grab it and I can move it, just like I can move anything on the screen here. Come on, Mr. Box. Come over here. Okay. And I'll get rid of that click to edit. Here we go. Now I can click in the box and I can move it around some more. So what I have here is I'm starting to take over what this is going to look like when I get finished with it. I'm going to wipe that out. And this becomes my work based on the examples that someone has created here for me. Okay. I can drop down to the next box, do the same thing, and I can start taking out text boxes, or I can just use the text boxes. Double click in them, and then you can start typing in them. Okay. Again, I can move them around wherever I want them to go. I might want to leave this graphic here, this background, or the pen. You know, it's up to you how you see this working for you. And as you can see, the way this one's been organized is they have like a main idea 1, main idea 2, main idea 3. Fine. I'll be glad to steal that idea. And I'll put in the 3 main ideas I think what Fullen was trying to say. Okay? So, what do I do when I'm finished? Well, the first thing I need to do is I need to give it a title. So up here where it says Untitled Infographic, I'm going to put my name. Then I'm going to go over here to where it says Saved. Make sure that it's saved. So I'll just click it again, just to be on the safe side. Then I'm going to come over here to where it says Publish. And I'm going to click there. I'm going to make sure that it's public. And now I'm going to Publish Now. And it gives you a little bit of thing. It says, make sure that you've given it a title you want, because you can't change it, etc., etc., etc. And then it says, do you want to continue? Okay. And boom. Now I have the embeddable code that I can now take and move to my Edmodo link. My Edmodo post, excuse me. So I'm going to right click that, copy it. I'm going to come back to my Edmodo. This is where I'm going to say Steve's, I've already done this, infographic. And I'm going to come down to where the link is. And I'm going to give it a title. So again, that I know where it is. Steve Swan. 3 main ideas. And I'm going to paste my link in right there. And I'm going to attach it. Oh, I just goofed it. I apologize. Do it again. See? Can't screw it up. That's the title. Goes right there. Steve S. 3 main ideas. This is where you put the code. And then you attach. And then what it does is your post now will have your infographic in it. If you scroll down here, we can look at one that Conti has already put in. And for us to see it, all I have to do is just click right here on the icon. And boy, that is a beautiful infographic, Conti. That is really well done. Now, for her to get that out of here, I forgot to send mine. Don't forget to send it, please. It's simple. Watch. You just come over here to this little down chevron, link to the post. And what you've just done, you now can go back to our module page, and right here where it says post your post link, place your post link into the LiveText. There it is. You click that, and that will take you into the LiveText where Module 1 assignments go. Now, it let me see everybody's in here. And that's okay, because I'm the instructor, so I do see everybody's here. You will just see the template. Use this document link. Go in. You put your link that you just copied from here, from Edmodo. You put that into the assignment, and you're done. That's all there is to it. So, let's recap. We will, if we are not at university tomorrow, in other words, if the place is closed because of snow, I'll still be here at 4:30 in the Collaborate virtual space. You can join me for class there. If we do have university, I will be in our classroom at 4:30. If you don't think it's safe to come down to school, you are more than welcome to join us in the Collaborate space so that you can attend class. As you've already seen, though, it's going to be pretty straightforward. What we'll do tomorrow night is I'll make sure we're all on the same page. We've all gotten into Edmodo, because the next infographic is about chapters 4 and 5, and I'm expecting you to do that one. Okay? Alrighty. As always, questions, concerns, you know how to reach me. Do it by text. Don't do it by email. 502-457-2937. I will see you either face-to-face tomorrow night in class if you make it. If you don't make it, I will see you virtually. Bye-bye.